I just need to explain something, right? I have forgotten to press record. So we're going to go back. DJ Kambel, you're the very first person on the show tonight, but I know this is going to go onto YouTube afterwards, and I know that you're going to want to clip it. So we're going to go back again and listen through to it, which I don't mind at all because it's such a tune, and I'm recording now, okay? Let's go. Okay, there we go. That is DJ Kambel, I Believe in Music. Joe Ventura, thank you. Thank you. Oh, I just banged my knee. Oh, I'm really happy, but I'm also in pain. Oh, ooh, thank you. Oh, ooh. Oh. Oh, thank you very much, Joe Ventura. Speaking of Joe Ventura, if you guys aren't already following him, please go and give him a follow. Big Speaker Music, awesome label owner, awesome friend of mine. Yeah, I would like to also mirror what Joe Ventura said earlier about getting the vocal resung. because I believe Joe said that it sounded like the original. So obviously, if you want to get this signed and released, I agree, because I think this is I'd say this is probably one of your best ones that I've heard, because it sounds a lot more, I don't want to say the word serious, but I can't really think of a better word to use at the moment, because it's still bouncy, but it also sounds a bit more commercial in a good way. I also loved the string section in there, in the breakdown. J. Ken says that's a real banger, not my personal style, but well done. Yeah, exactly. We can appreciate it, even if it's not your style of music. Then if it's not, you can still appreciate it being a good track. If you are not interested in releasing, I will sign. I think that it'd be really good for DJ Kambel to be signed on your label. Kambel, if you've not already got it signed, go and speak to Joe Ventura at Big Speaker Music. I think that'd be really good for you, especially obviously getting you exposure in America and stuff. So there we go. This is what the show is all about. Making connections. How cool is that? Honestly, Kambel, definitely. Yeah. I'm just hoping I can get away with the original vocal. You don't need to these days. You can use AI to do like a really good copy of that. Go and speak to Joe Ventura. Make sure you send him a whisper, Kambel, and go and have a yeah. If Joe's got like a whole thing going. If you don't know about Big Speaker Music, just literally put it into Google. There you go. Joe just said, I will cover the cost to have it re-sang. Brilliant. Oh my God, you guys. This is what it's all about for me. This is so cool. That's amazing. Yeah, we don't mess about. I did a remix for Joe recently on Big Speaker Music as well, and yeah, he's very, very easy to work with. He's a lovely guy. But yeah, that's what it's all about here, guys. And this is why it's important to be brave enough to send your music in, because this is another great thing about now becoming partner and having more people in here and being able to have this show back on my main channel, is because it gets more eyes on you, it gets more ears on you, it gets more people going to your SoundClouds, your socials. People have started collabing with each other through this show. People have been signed to other labels. You know, it can take your whole career on a whole other trajectory that it would never have happened if you hadn't have been brave and sent something in. So yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm glad that you sent it in as well, Kambel. And please, guys, remember, I know we've got a massive long backlog to get through of music. All you need to do is send me a message on a Tuesday before 4 p.m. on Facebook or Instagram. Just send me a message and say, hi, my name is blah, blah, blah. My email address is blah, blah, blah. I sent in this track and name the track. Please, can you put it on the show for today? And I'll bump it up. I'll put it on the show. 4 p.m. UK time. Yes, thank you. But yeah, that is so cool. I'm so happy for you, Kambel. Honestly, Joe, if you listen to his repertoire of other stuff, you'll see how amazing he is. Like we've known him in the scene for a very long time. But yeah, he's really cool. Yeah, we love Kambel stuff, don't we? I didn't even listen to it before the show started because I knew I'd love it. So yeah, you're welcome. Next up, we've got You Are Too, and this is The Dawn. There we go. You Are Too and The Dawn. Very tastefully done. It was really nice to hear that iconic riff and melody in a completely different, more stripped back genre. And it really worked well with breaks and that re-space underneath. The percussion, all the drums were beautifully done, really well balanced. Very, very, very good. Very good. Like, I can't fault that at all. It was very euphoric. It was nice to hear something that, because obviously that track's been remixed so much. I don't think I've ever heard a breaks, and also a breaks remix of it, and also, you know, with the little vocal chops in there as well. It was very stripped back, but it didn't need to be. Yeah, it wasn't overproduced either. Yeah. Yeah, you expect it to go one way, then you accept it's a breakbeat kind. Yeah, do you know what? It's so weird, isn't it? How, like, certain tracks, you know, like old Happy Hardcore and some Makina, that kind of the really, like, really fast stuff. When you slow it down, the melodies and the progressions and stuff, they're so intricate, but they work in a completely different way when you apply them to a completely different style of music. And I love that about it. I love the and that's probably the whole concept of why we do remixes. But remember years ago, on especially with trance, you'd have like your progressive breaks stuff, and like breaks and trance would be kind of like they always had this symbiotic relationship with each other. I really do love that. Yeah, it was really nice. I think that You Are Too is in the chat at the moment as well. There you are. Made it for me as a nod to Tony himself. Well, I'm sure that he will approve 100%. You've encapsulated the feeling of that riff perfectly within a completely different style of music, and honestly, it's remember we spoke earlier about, I know this won't be on the recording because I forgot to press record, but we are now. We talked earlier about authenticity. You can tell that this has come from an authentic place. You haven't said, oh, I know what's going to make people listen to this and stream it on Spotify. This is from a deeper place. This is from a place of, this is your thing. This is your expression. And I love that for you. I am really honoured that you let us have a listen to it. Chris Craze, who I'm going to give a shout out to now, he loves this style of music. So if you want to send him a copy of it, like there you go. Make sure you say hello to Chris Craze and send him a copy of it, please, because I know that he'll play that loads on his stream. He is the man when it comes to breaks. So, and other styles of music. If you're not already following Chris, and make sure you're following Chris. He's awesome. But yeah, thank you for sending it in, mate. Loved it. Next up, we have got Aidan Moore. And this is Carte Blanche. Okay, there we go. That is A.Dee and Carte. Blanche. I think that this has got a lot of potential. This is obviously done by someone that's got a lot of knowledge when it comes to music theory. So, and I know that because I've spoken to Aidan before, and I'm sure he does something with music, as his job. But you can just tell because of the melody, then his own ideas of the counter melodies in there as well, and it all sounds like it's all questioning and answering nicely, call and response. It's just mixed down wise, like what JLF said there about some of the effects maybe a little bit too loud, which is not a difficult thing to fix anyway. It's just a mixed down thing. Sometimes I like to take maybe at least a couple of days, probably a week away from my project, and then come back to it on fresh ears in order to do the mix down. I thought that to make this even better, there were a couple of things, and one of the things I'm going to say is probably subjective. And the other thing I'm going to say, I think would actually just make the track sound better. The thing that I think would make the track sound better is, you've got the riff, the melody. Let's just find it here. So I think that this could have I think you could layer having that melody with another sound an octave lower, because it's all very high up. You've got your like your bottom notes that do, but you could also have that melody line being mirrored with another layer which is playing the octave lower than that one, and spreading it a little bit, giving it a bit more texture, and it will just bring it out a bit more, because at the moment it feels a little top heavy and there isn't a lot happening in that mid region. So you're missing out on a lot of impact. And I think in a club environment as well, that would feel like a loss. It would feel like there was a loss in that impact and that energy that you could have got from just having another layer in there on the octave below. I also thought that the bass was a little bit thin, but this is the subjective thing that I'm going to talk about. It's either too low in the mix or it's a bit thin. I'd like to hear a layer, because that bass I think it's got like a slope on the attack, so it's coming in like, so you've either put a slope on the attack if you've done it in a synth, or you've put something like Shaper Box on and you're cutting out the sound to fit with the kick, and it's kind of like sloping in on the offbeat. I think it would sound better if you put in a layer there with a more punchy offbeat to give it a bit more oomph. Maybe saturate that layer a little bit and shape it, but with the impact of it coming in on the offbeat, because this, if you hear here, it's like a whop 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 bass line. I want to hear the attack of it. I want to hear the punchiness of it, but that could be a subjective thing. I do still, however, think that could be a little bit higher in the mix, so which would be sorted out with another mix down anyway, because I do think there's a little bit of imbalance with the effects and maybe some of the top end melody sounds. But all in all, it's a great tune. It's a great remix. So thank you for sending it in. Yay! Next up, we've got ANTISOCIAL, who has done a remix of Organ Donors' Carte is for Horses.
What you are about to experience is something that you will never be able to explain. Ketamine. Effects and units in powdered form. Extreme stage euphoria. Hallucinations. Out-of-body experiences. Dangers. Seizures. Psychosis. And even death. Hydrochloride tranquilizer.
There we go. That is an our remix of Organ Donors, Carte for Horses, Bish, Bash, Bosh. I love it. Yeah, I really like this. Nothing I'd change about that at all. It was just really nice. Like really groovy, cheeky. Something that I would play in one of my groovy hard house sets. Great bass line, great kick and bass relationship, which is obviously probably the most important thing in the world. Even more important than breathing. Alpha A says, I'll put this up for a free download tonight. If anyone wants a copy, there you go, gang. Jack says, I don't like Ket, but I like this song. There you go. So yeah, if you want to go and grab yourselves a copy of that track, which I'm going to be, definitely, please go and follow Alpha Ant. And if you're watching this back on YouTube, you'll be able to find his SoundCloud in the description of the video. So there you go. There isn't a link at the moment because he's got it on private, but there will be. There will be. Oh, there will be. Okay. I think I'm getting a cold. Oh, my sneeze has gone away. Oh, shit. It's because I went out in public this weekend. Damn it. No, I do not want to be ill. I'm well. I am a beacon of health. I'm not blaming you, Proper Dom. My trick is to ride public transport to and from work. I've had every version of every virus. Yeah, and I think you probably got a very good immune system then. I used to, but because I spend a lot of my time at home now, I don't get, and my kids are a bit older, we don't get as many cold and flu things. So when I do get them, I moan like a little bitch about it. Honestly, you don't know. I think getting a cold, a really bad cold, is worse than childbirth. So I can cope with a lot, right? I can cope with a lot of mental pain and anguish. Physical pain and anguish too. But what I can't stand is having a cold. Yeah, I get man flu. I get a serious man flu. It's not fun. And everyone knows about it when I'm like, it's the worst thing in the world, not being able to breathe properly. You know, when you have to breathe through your mouth. Ugh. So annoying. But yeah, I think it's going to be okay. I don't think it's going to be a full-on man flu situation. But yeah, it's just annoying, isn't it? And then you start thinking to yourself, who was it? Who gave it me? And that's not a healthy thing to think, because you could have just picked it up off a handle of a toilet door or something. Like, it could be a stranger that's given it to you. Right, next up we've got JLF. And this is Bouncey.
I bounced as high as my own head. Bouncy, bouncy. 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 Shoes all in a line. 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 Bouncy, bouncy. Bouncy, bouncy. Bouncy, bouncy, oh such a good time, bouncy, bouncy. Shoes all in a line, bouncy, bouncy.
Everybody somersault, somersault, summertime. Everybody sing along, bouncy, bouncy. Oh, such a good time, bouncy, bouncy. White socks slipping down, bouncy, bouncy. Stilettos are a no-no, bouncy, bouncy. Ooh, bouncy, bouncy. Ooh, every time I bounce, I feel I touch the sky.
Wow. Yeah, I love this. Can I just ask, where is the vocal from? Where's it from? That's so cool. Yeah, it reminds me of the old 12-inch thumper stuff. I need to see some clowns on a trampoline now. I know, me too. Noel Fielding. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, it is. It's I Don't Smoke Paul vibes. Definitely. Definitely. Yeah, I really like it. Has everyone got your SoundCloud? Yeah, make sure you go and follow JLF. Is this out? Have you released this yet, or what are you doing with it? Or can people just get it from your SoundCloud? Not yet. Signed to Trip the Light. Fantastic. Brilliant. Okay, so it's forthcoming. Coming out soonish. There you go. You heard it here first, gang. Yeah, I love it. I think it's awesome. I really do. I think it's got a lot of personality. It's cool though when you find like a weird thing that you're watching on TV or like from a series or whatever. A lot of my ideas I get from just watching Instagram reels, and something will stick out to me as being really stupid or really funny, and then building a full track around it. That's so cool. Yeah, it does make you smile. Yeah, it was from a reel. There you go. There's one that in particular that I really like at the moment, and it just goes, oh, the light. Oh, the light. It's like, I'm the shadow man. I sneak and I creep. I'm the shadow man. I'll eat all your apples. Has anyone else seen that? I'm the shadow man. I'll steal your poop. It's so silly. But it gives you an idea for a track. And, you know, you can... Hi, Jamie. You did join at the best time. Oh, I'm going to have to show you it. Am I allowed to? I don't know if I'm allowed to. I'll put a link to it in the Discord. Did you see that video? It's brilliant, isn't it? Look out, kids. It's the Shadow Man. He's going to eat all your apples and steal your poop. And then they start shining a light on him, and he's like, oh, the light. Oh, the light. And then he starts screaming. Oh, the light. I'm going to have to just get the link now, because I can't leave you not knowing about this. I found it. I'm not going to get in trouble. No, because I can use it if we're talking about it in terms of like using it to talk about. So I can. Oh, fuck. I'm going to have to show it you, but I'm going to. Oh, hang on.
Man, I'll eat all your apples.
Okay. Hang on. I can't leave you like that. We're going to have to do a quick ADHD tangent here. Hang on. There's a longer version of it as well. Oh, okay. I found it on YouTube.
I'm the shadow.
Fuck! So good. Like, I've watched it a million times and I am still not bored of it. I'm just going to get the link and I'm going to put it in OBS. Okay, one sec. YouTube. Okay.
Shadow man, I sneak and I creep. I'm the shadow man. I'll eat all your apples. I'm the shadow man. I'll steal your poop. I'm the shadow man. Look at my fingers. I'm the shadow man. I'm going to plunge the world into darkness.
There he is, kids! The Shadow Man! Be careful, or he'll steal your poop and show you his fingers!
Look at my fingers.
No!
I'm going to plunge the world into darkness.
No, you won't. Oxros will protect us. We shine a light upon you.
The light.
Oh no, it stopped it. It stopped it a bit too soon, but it's just oh, the light. Oh, the light. But yeah, like, getting back to the point. Yeah, it stopped at the good part, didn't it? Why did it do that? But yeah, you get the general idea. But yeah, that's like one in particular recently that I watched and I was like, yeah, I need to make a tune out of that. It's just it's the best way to get a good idea or like some kind of inspiration. But yeah, I constantly go around the house now singing that song. It's just so silly. But I love that level of creativity, very much like you, JLF, like Noel Fielding, that kind of comedy. It's a whole other level of like authenticity and creativity and having like an end product with that as well, that I am always so like inspired by with stuff like that. Mighty Boosh, yeah, exactly. John Cleese is someone who is very good to listen to on the subject of creativity and how to tap into your creativity. Like, everyone's creative. We're all creative beings. Like, you were put here on earth to be creative. Like, it's not like some people have creativity, some people don't. It's a way of working. It's a way of being in the world, is tapping into your creativity or not. And it doesn't even need to be, hello Ren, how you doing? It doesn't even need to be in the sense of creating a tune or a poem. You can have a creative idea of how to solve an issue. You know, there are so many ways of nurturing your creativity, but the point is to do it on a daily basis. Try and be creative in some way that you can. If you've got kids, sit down with them and do pictures and, you know, maybe make up stories with them on a night time. If you don't have kids, then you've got time, and you've got time to maybe write out a story or, I don't know, maybe even try out Midjourney and write prompts and make art and, you know, just whatever it is, you know, just try and be a little bit creative every day. And also surround yourself with creative bodies of work, like Mighty Boosh, like The Peep Show, like whatever it is that you're into. Games can really bring out creativity as well, just coming out of the real world and getting into something, you know, very not real. If you don't have kids, you have time. Yes, you know this. Hi, Mark. Good to see you. Red Misty, what did you say? You were saying about a CDJ 2000s. Are they worth getting secondhand? Mine is secondhand. Perfectly okay, mate. Just make sure that they're not from someone that's battered them around. Make sure it's from someone that's just used them at home. Don't buy them from like a bar or a club or anything. So yeah, while you're all here, make sure you go and get yourself a ticket, please, on my raffle. I'm going to put the link in the chat again now. The tickets are £1. There's not many left, which is a really good thing, because as soon as they're all sold, we can draw the winner. They're only £1 each. Basically, for those of you who don't know, I'm going to be taking a bit of time off soon because I need to have an operation on my kidney. So that means I'm not going to be working, and because I'm self-employed, I don't get sick pay. So this raffle is helping me to subsidize my income while I'm taking some time off work. So even if you don't want to win a 3-hour DJ session or music production session with me, just get a ticket anyway and give it to a friend. Give it to a friend if you win it. But yeah, it's just £1 a ticket, and it goes towards helping me subsidize my income while I'm taking a bit of time off. So yeah, thank you guys. The link is at the top of the chat right now, or you just put !raffle. It's open until the 9th of February. So if you get paid at the end of the month or whatever, wait until then and just get yourself a ticket then. So love you, Joe. And if you're not already following Joe Ventura, then you obviously don't know about No Pants Friday. And I just feel sorry for you at this point. I really do. Because if you don't know about No Pants Friday, it's the best thing, right? Because Joe will do this show. He's like me. He can just like stream for hours and hours and hours. And like the once when I popped my head in, he'd been streaming from the Friday night to the Saturday morning. I woke up again and he's still on. And one of his regulars is on like the Zoom call thing because he has them all in the background. And this guy, I think his name is Kevin. I'm not sure. I think his name is Kevin. He was falling asleep on the stream. And then Joe was just shouting at him like, fucking wake up. And then he did. He was like, wait. It was fucking hilarious. He does that every weekend. Honestly, it was the funniest shit I've ever seen. So, so cool. You remember like years ago, there was a guy who fell asleep DJing. And like he had more people watching him when he was asleep than were watching him while he was actually DJing. It was kind of like that, but like my point is that it's just really, really entertaining. It's really, really cool. I love Joe's shows. He's so animated, and he's just got so much energy and amazing music as well. And you know, he's just himself. Yeah, I don't think you do try hard. I think you work hard, you play hard, Joe. And I feel that I mirror that sentiment. And you know, you're not scared. You're not too scared to be yourself. And again, that falls back to what we were saying earlier about authenticity, being yourself. Don't try too hard to impress people, because if you have to impress someone, they're not really someone you want to fuck with anyway. If you really need to like impress them or put on, you know, an act, that's gonna have to slide. That will come away at some point. You know, there are enough people who are gonna like you for you just to be yourself. It's so important, especially if you're going to be doing this for a long time, or especially if you're going to be a live streamer or make music, or a singer like Ren is. You know, it's really important to honor being who you really are, because if you're having to pretend, because a few people have said, oh, why don't you like do more hard techno and be more sultry and, you know, like lean into that. And I could do it for maybe a week, but I would miss talking. I would miss being my goofy self. I would miss doing my super silly shout outs and singing happy birthday using a 303. And yeah, you've really got to embrace yourself. And but before that comes self-acceptance. So I understand it's not easy for everyone to see that in themselves. But honestly, the most rewarding friendships I've ever had with anyone have always been from the people who've got some kind of hyper focus, something that they're really, really, really interested in. Geeky stuff. It could be trains. It could be Path of Exile 2. It could be, I don't know. It could be it could be coding. It could be any of these. Train spotting. It could be so many things. But it's not something that I would naturally be into. Even politics. Like, I will sit there and I will listen to anything that you have got to say if you're passionate about it. So if there is something that you're really passionate about, but you don't think anyone else will be into it, please just give it a chance. You will you will make a great politician. What, me? Nah, I'm too honest. I would not make a good politician. Some people are good politicians. We're not all here to do the same thing. I don't think that I would be able to deal with that kind of life, because I wouldn't be able to help anyone. It's not something that I would be able to do. But we're not all here to do the same thing. Some of us are uplifters. I'd say I'm an uplifter. I don't have all the answers. I get shit wrong, but I have the ability to be humble and recognize when I've done something wrong. Not always straight away, but I will. But my fundamental thing is to uplift people. And other people are good fixers. They can do shit. They can see things before other people do. They can get shit done. That's their job. Some people are good at right brain thinking, action orientated. Some people are good at the creative thinking stuff. So we've all got our things that we're good at. We've all got our things that we should lean more into. So try and lean into the things that you know you can do. If it's hard work, you're probably trying too hard. Yeah, be there for each other. I don't think you have to be a cunt to be a politician, admit it. I think a lot of politicians go into it with all good intentions, but the problem is when they get in there, things are done a certain way, and there's not a lot that people can do about that. But if you want to start a revolution, you need to start with yourself. So, but yeah. Who's up next? We've got, who do we just have? JLF. We've got, just don't be a dick. That's it. Like, literally, don't be a dick. We've got Big Man. This is a new entry. This is a song called Pictures, and it is by Big Man on a Small Horse.
It never would have worked, we collide like shooting stars. Never seen eye to eye, but you'll always be in my heart.
How cool was that? Really, 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 really nice. It kind of gave me a vibe of like this kind of style of like sampling, like little hits and stuff reminds me of like Todd Terry. Not Todd Terry, Todd Edwards. Todd Edwards. It was one of the very first house producers that I heard as a child and as a teenager, who would like use the sampling technique of these orchestra hits from funky house, from disco tracks, string sections and stuff. And I loved that feel. I loved that kind of like disjointed but all kind of like coming togetherness of this technique of sampling using Akai samplers back then. And you know, we still recreate those techniques in studios now. It's just it's like it's very authentic stylistically to that era, and that's what I got from this track. Really, really nice. Really, really cool vocal as well. Lots of energy. Well mixed down. Yeah, I really liked it. And if you guys liked it, make sure you go and follow Big Man on a Small Horse. Is this like a euphemism for like not having a small penis? I've just got small hands. Is it like that? Is it? That excuse. It's not small, I've just got big hands. DJ Moan says, I need to lose a stone before I can see mine. Yeah, Jeremy Beadle hands. I miss Jeremy Beadle. Mark Ross says, cool name. Missed the track though, as I needed to get some dinner. Oh, you can watch it back, Mark. Everyone, make sure you're following DJ Moans, please. He's part of Team Brisk. Awesome, awesome DJ. We love you, mate. Yeah, we liked that one, didn't we? Does the algorithm adapt for more than 20 tickets? For example, if 20 gets you... Oh, you're on about the raffle. If 20 gets you 10 additional, does 40 get you 20? I think that it only lets you buy a certain percentage of the tickets. But I would separate order it, just in case. Separate order it. So if you're going to do that, then get 20 tickets and then you get your 10 extra and then do it again, just in case. And remember to answer the question correctly. I think the question is about Louis Louboutin shoes. What is the colour of the shoe underneath? And the answer's red. But I think it's like a prerequisite of raffles that you need to answer a question. It's like a loophole bylaw or something. You had a 9mm kidney stone removed and it sucked. Really? See, I go in for my kidney operation soon. I haven't got a kidney stone and I'm not in any pain with it, but they've got to put a stent in. Did you have a stent in yours, DJ Moans? Does anyone else have a stent in their kidney urethra area at all? No, you didn't. Oh. So I'm gonna let you guys know exactly what's gonna happen, because Guy doesn't like me talking about it because Guy's worried about me. So he just wants to know when I'm going in for my operation. He doesn't want to know any of the details. But what's happening is a robot is going to be using like it's keyhole surgery, and they're going to be putting a stent in the tube that connects my kidney to my bladder. And this stent is like a big straw, and it widens the hole, and then that stays in there for 4 to 6 weeks. And in that time, I could be in quite a bit of pain with it, apparently. I think I'll be all right. I've made sure I've ordered some really good medication just in case. So I'm kind of half looking forward to it because it's going to be a good excuse just to be high on meds for a couple of weeks. You're probably going to see some really strange posts from me, but don't worry. But yeah, it's just in case what they give me isn't going to be strong enough, because you never know. So it can make me a little bit like need to have a wee more often, and it can probably sometimes it can cause urinary tract infections while it's in there. These are just like things that could happen. So, and then afterwards, what they do, I got some tramadol. Yeah, I bought some tramadol. I won't honestly, do not worry. I am a very sensible person. I wouldn't overdo it on them. That's why I'm looking forward to having an excuse to have some meds for a bit. But don't you worry. It's all, and I've already spoke to my doctor about this anyway, so it's fine. When it comes out, they don't open me back up again. Apparently they pull it out through the urethra. They pull it out through the hole that you wee out of. And they do it while you're awake. Oh, yeah. Apparently they give you some numbing cream. Yeah. But I think it'll be fine. I'm just finding the whole thing to be quite funny. I think obviously, I have been stressed about it a bit. I've had some days where I've been, worried about making sure the house is ready and, nesting and stuff. But now I feel like I've got through that aspect of it. But I feel like I'm going to be well looked after. But yeah, I just find it interesting, and it's only going to be, it's some people have much worse situations than this, much worse. It's just going to be a bit uncomfortable, but do you know what? I'll tell you now what helps is just talking about it. In all sincerity, I know I make jokes about it, but that's like a coping mechanism. But honestly, being able to talk to you guys about it and have you guys along for the ride, so to speak, makes it so much more easier to deal with. And I'd like that to be something that you guys think about as well, if you are going through anything medical at the moment, please make sure you talk to people about it, document it, speak to people, come into my Discord. We've got a great Discord section. We've got a really good mental health section in there as well. But yeah, I think it's important for us to talk about these things. So thank you, Euromania. Thank you. But yeah, if you guys want to join that raffle, please do, because obviously all the proceeds, apart from the 10% that raffle take from it, will be going to help me subsidise my income while I'm not streaming. So thank you. Next up, we've got Nathan Kaye, who I believe is in the chat. Nathan has made a song called I'm Not That Girl Anymore. Here we go.
you, but I had to hide it. I had to hide it, 'cause I have grown strong without you around. I just gotta fight it. I don't wanna go back there. You left me hurting. I was down on the floor when I look in your face. I remember the lies and how you fooled me. I'm not that girl anymore. Don't wanna fall into your arms again. Don't wanna give you everything I have and see you walk away. Don't wanna fall into your arms again. Don't wanna be reminded of the pain and the love of yesterday. That girl
Oh, Nath. I know you're in the chat right now. You should be very, very proud of yourself. Awesome. Yeah, I've used that vocal myself. I think Mark Ross has also used that vocal. But I like the way that you've used it. You've used more of the vocal there than I have on it. Really, really nice vocal, and I really like what you've done with that track. Very textured, very layered, really nicely mixed down. The arrangement was lovely. You've got quite a lot of breakdowns and drops in this, and it worked really well. Oh, Nave says, sat with my family and I'm crying at all the comments. May, please make sure that you bank this moment, because it's really important as an artist, when you have the hard days where things don't work and you're getting frustrated. Please remember this moment right now where you know that you can do it, and when you've shown your work, you've had that external validation. Although you don't need to have external validation, but it will help you when you have those moments where it feels like you're going backwards almost. That pit of learning is really, really important to snapshot when it goes right. Because in those darker moments where it feels like you aren't getting through, or you've hit a wall creatively, skill-based wise, workflow wise, inspiration wise, you know that you can, you know that there is a way through that. Well done. Well done. Good DJ feedback are your pieces of armor. Yes. Yeah, I think so. I think that although it's important for us not to be reliant on external validation, fucking helps. It definitely helps. I mean, that's the point of the show, is we're giving each other external validation. But you did it. You made it happen. And so I want you to value that. Because we definitely value that. I think that you're amazing, mate. Thank you so much for sending it in. Awesome. Guys, make sure that you give Nathan a follow on here. I don't think I've got any social media links for Nath at the moment. I think did you say that you don't have any? I'm not sure, but you need to sort that out. Nath says, I was absolutely shitting myself to be in front of you lot. I can't believe it. Thank you all of you. Mate, this is what it's about though. It's a very vulnerable thing to show your music. I never ever used to show anyone my fucking music, especially in the early days of stuff, like, because I knew it wasn't good enough. I knew it wasn't a good representation of but it didn't matter, because anytime I ever did show it to people would be encouraging. And that's what I want to foster in this environment as well. It's very difficult to be vulnerable, but you actually will probably have shown yourself that, yeah, you are at a very good level, but you won't know until you show people stuff. So it is important. But I know this is where being fundamentally strong and not needing external validation is where your strength will come from, so that you're not swayed by the opinions of other people when you do show your work. But this is a safe environment in which to do it in, because obviously everyone in here is supportive. At the end, there isn't going to be any trolling or anything. It's a very safe environment in which to showcase your stuff. We're all here to support each other. So now, even if you put something on Facebook or on Instagram and someone said something stupid, I don't think it would affect you in a bad way, because you already know, it's good. We know it's good. So now you can go out there. I should think, put your stuff out on SoundCloud more, put like a snippet on on Instagram or YouTube, or send it out to a label now. And I don't think you'll be worried about, what the feedback's going to be. Jamie says, this talent shouldn't be hidden. My day job is as a social media manager and happy to help and give guidance to anyone for free. DM me on my socials, anyone on here. Jamie, let me just make you a VIP on here so that you can you'll be able to put your link to your Instagram if anyone wants to, or whichever is your preferred social media thing. If anyone wants to get in touch with my mate Jamie's from South Africa. I know her personally. She's awesome. And I've spent a lot of time with Jamie last year. So she's legit. So Jamie, just put in the link for your socials, and if anyone wants to get in touch with her, because I think that's kind of like one of the issues where a lot of the come on brain, this is an area where most artists have an issue, because you get two kinds of artists. I mean, I'm being really like polarized. There's a whole spectrum, but you get people who are not very talented, but are really good at the social media side of things. Really good at it. Maybe the rage baiting stuff. We're not going to talk names, by the way. I'm not interested in anyone's opinions on who does this and who doesn't. It is a style of marketing. That's all it is. And on a more spiritual or philosophical level, that's also creative. And that's also artistic. The marketing side of it. Even though you might be like, oh, well, they're not very talented. No, they just are expressing that creativity in a different way. So we have people who do it in that kind of a way. And then you have other people, such as, I'll give an example on this one, my husband, Guyver, who is an absolute genius at making music, but he's really shit at social media. So you'll find a lot of the people who I connect with fall into that latter category of extremely talented, but they're not putting themselves out there. And that can be for a number of reasons. Not knowing how to, not having the time, not wanting to because they're shy in front of a camera, all those other things. But that can be where the bottleneck is. So someone like Jamie, who understands this social media dance, and remembering that these algorithms and the way that it works changes rapidly, especially at the moment, she'll be someone very helpful to talk to. In fact, we should probably set up a little bit of an interview with you, Jamie, at some point if you're up for it, and have you on the demo drop, and I'll do a bit of an interview with you, and you can give us some top tips for social mediaing. Jamie says, I find the strategy and marketing as well as content creation so creative. Yeah. I exist so that you can do what you know and love and study. There you go. That's the key, isn't it? Is not trying to do everything yourself. At the moment, I do everything myself. I do my own social media content, ideas. I do write the theme tune, sing the theme tune. I do all of the live streaming. I do all of the other stuff, whatever else I do. I do all of the film editing. I do all of my own posts. I actually spoke to Jamie recently about this, and I'm getting to a point now where I probably need to bring someone else on board to help me with stuff. So, and also, let me just also reiterate, I've not been making as much music lately because I've been doing all of the other stuff. So if you're someone that enjoys making music all the time but doesn't necessarily like doing the other stuff, someone like Jamie will be very, very helpful. Brush my own teeth, yeah. It's crazy. Cool. Yeah, we'll sort it out, Jamie, because I think I also will find that very, very helpful. But yeah, I've picked up a few things that I didn't know before. But you know, if you're obviously extremely hyper focused into that area, so I'm sure you've got some really helpful tips and tricks for all of us. So thank you. Yes, there are creative ways of brushing your teeth. Actually, Ladu Laser. Apparently, if you brush your teeth with your non-dominant hand for a few weeks, something happens. I can't remember what. I think it's this is the problem with having dyslexia, is I half remember things. Hang on a sec. I'm just going to look it up. We're going on another tangent. Bear with me. What happens if you brush your teeth with your non-dominant hand? ? There you go. I thought I was going to say it, but then I thought, no, but I'm wrong. But I was right. It creates new neural pathways in the brain. So it potentially leading to improved focus, creativity, and even a slight cognitive enhancement. So there you go. There is a creative way to brush your teeth. I am the shadow man. Excuse me. Yeah, have you tried brushing your teeth with your left hand? I do it occasionally when I remember, and it's so weird. But yeah, there you go. That's your answer. Soul Whisperer, if you're left-handed, then you are magical. You're a magical person. Hi, Paper Crane. Who else is left-handed? Put me in the chat if you're left-handed. Yeah. Because there is a bit of a correlation between left-handed people and artists and weirdos. Yeah. I'm right-handed, but I'm both-handed. I'm ambidextrous for DJing. That's it. Ambidextrous. I was going to use that as a DJ name years ago. Ambidextrous. I wish I did now, but I think it's taken now. My son is left-handed. Yay. I remember with my brother and with my dad, especially with my dad, because my dad was he was born in the 40s or something. He was telling me last time I saw him that they were physically stopping him from writing with his left hand and telling him he was literally a bad person for using his left hand. What the fuck? Yeah, slap with the ruler. You fucking dunce. What the fuck? Yeah, you're going to hell. Oh my God. It's so weird, isn't it? Imagine being that freaked out for someone using a different hand. My kids always used to use, I remember with India specifically when she was really little, she used to write backwards. And I think one of the teachers was freaking out about it. I was like, wow, that's amazing. What's going on in her brain that she's writing perfectly backwards? I was really impressed by it. She obviously sorted itself out. Not that it needed sorting out, but I was like, that's really cool. Do you know what I think it comes from? I bet you this comes from a pagan thing. and then Christians fucked it up. But nothing against Christians, by the way, or anything like that. Just be whatever you want to be. But there have been correlations with anything to do with paganism historically is like being shit. Like the number 13, apparently that's unlucky. It's not at all. Left-handed meant you were a witch or whatever. So yeah, it's weird that you always blame the pagans, wankers. Yeah, just people being people. Just people peopling. If people want to use a left hand, they can use the left hand. Oh my goodness, Kutski, hi! Hey guys, how you doing? I hope you had a lovely stream. Everyone, if you're not already following Kutski, please go and give him a follow. We were just talking. Hello, DJ Kunto. How you doing? Great DJ name, by the way. We were just talking about creativity, artisticness, and being left-handed. Is anyone else left-handed who's been brought in on that raid? Because I think it seems to be more accepted now, which I think is a good thing. Whammy is, hey Whammy. And do you find, is it still accessible? Because like obviously you've got a mouse, like my mouse, I've got right click and left click. How do you deal with that when you're left-handed? Do you get like a special mouse? Flinster says I'm left-handed and ginger. What a legend. You are very welcome here. I bet you didn't have any friends at school either, did you? Yay. Dale says swap the buttons in Windows. Cool. No, we're still doing the demos. We were just having a bit of a... You can switch the buttons. Okay, cool. That's all right then. Hold the mouse upside down. Yes, we could do that. Okay, cool. But yeah, we were just talking about it and just how shitty it was at school. Go to Flanders Leftorium, yeah. So Whammy says, I just learned how to use a mouse right-handed. See, again, going back to the reason we were talking about this is it can create better neural pathways in the brain as a creative if you are ambidextrous, so you can use one hand or the other. And a good way of doing this apparently is like brushing your teeth with your non-dominant hand, and it will help you to create new neural pathways. So even though I think it's kind of like sad that you had to use a mouse with your right hand, I also think if you're left-handed but then you can do certain stuff with your right hand as well, that's probably put you in a better position, like mentally, literally. DJ Henius Ispeldris says, amazing. Is mine still on the list or did I miss it? Did you get an email from me today? Because there is a long waiting list. However, if you message me before 4 p.m. on a Tuesday today, 4 p.m. UK time, you message me on Facebook or Instagram, then I will be able to bump it up for the day's show, but it has to be before 4 p.m. But if you have sent me an email, the email will be there. But if you want it up, if you want me to bump it up to the day show, just make sure next week on a Tuesday you send me a message before 4 p.m. on Facebook. You did get an email from me today. Ah, okay. So what's your name? Is it Antisocial? Because it says DJ Henius Ispeldris. I don't have anyone of that name in. What's the artist name? Honestly, you lot with all your different aliases, it's hard to keep up. What's your artist name? There's that. See, that's what I want. I want your artist name to be your Twitch handle. Thank you, Antisocial Trance. Okay, so yours is in here. Hello, Smiler. Yours is in. I've got yours, Smiler. We've not done yours yet. We've not dropped it yet. But I would like to know, DJ Henius, you did get an email from me today. might be under... Oh, you're a big man on a small horse. We listened to your track and we loved it. I haven't played yours yet, Mark, no. We also said how much we liked your name as well. But don't worry if you missed it, because it will be on YouTube. Yeah, we did play it. We loved it. I'll tell you now what I said earlier. I loved the fact that you put in like your the disco-y samples in there. Kind of, it reminded me of like Todd Edwards kind of stuff. Yay! Okay, let's move on to our next one, which is going to be John Summit featuring Paige Cavelle. Tears. Oh, the track's called Tears, and it is the Stereo Slaves remix, which is Mark Ross in the chat. Here we go.
Thank
There we go. That is Tears by John Summit featuring Paige, Cavelle, Stereo Slaves remix. It reminds me of tech trance. Like it's almost something that would fit in, like it would fit on the radio, it would fit in a tech trance set. It would probably even fit quite well in a house set. Do you know what I mean? It's got elements of what I really love from that early era of tech trance. But you know, with your unique sound to it as well. I know the vocal needs work. The only thing I heard on the vocal was it was a little bit too airy. It was a little bit on parts of it, which is fine in this environment, but when it would be in a club, it might just be a little bit too harsh. But I think that's just a case of just taming it a little bit with like soothe, some kind of de-esser or something. Yeah, exactly, Jamie. It would fit in a house set as well, wouldn't it? It's wonderful when you make one of these, I call them bridge tracks. A bridge track where, like, as a DJ, it's really cool when I find a bridge track, because it means it's a track that I can then use to transition between two genres. It's because I ripped it from the heavily reverbed track. You did a good job on that. What did you use to rip it? Because I've been having some really good results with Ultimate Vocal Remover, with some very specific settings. I did like the lead. I really like the lead. I was going to ask you how you made that lead. AI. Did you use that, you know, the one that will make the sound for you, but then give you this? Oh, you made it in Avenger. Oh, Avenger 2. Cool. Oh, are you on about you're on about the getting the vocal, aren't you? The vocal from the rest of the track you used AI. Try Ultimate Vocal. Yeah, try Ultimate Vocal Remover. Avenger 2 is awesome. I'm glad that you've got it. Yeah, it's so good. Myself and Guy, we use Avenger for pretty much everything. Yeah, you ripped the vocal AI. Vocal AI, is that a thing? Vocal AI? There's so many of them now, isn't there? But yeah, I use Ultimate Vocal Remover. Ultimate Vocal Remover. Yeah, so HZAP says Ultimate Vocal Remover is so good, but it needs a bit of tinkering. It does, but it's worth it. I wrote down, I go really like, I go very nerdy into stuff. I found a subreddit where they were talking about Ultimate Vocal Remover. And everyone was like talking about their favourite settings. And I must have spent 3 days going through the settings. So there's a few specific ones of Ultimate Vocal Remover that I found really good. And it was... because there's a few different... models that you can use. So on dance music, there's one called VR Arc 7_HP2-UVR. And then another one called Kim Vocal 1, MDXNet, UVR, MDXNet Instant 3. There's loads of different ones. And then choosing your process methods, ensemble mode, loads of different ways to convert the file that you give it, but it's worth messing around with. I just A/B it, so I end up doing loads of different versions using different models within Ultimate Vocal Remover, and then using certain sensitivities with that, and then I just A/B and just go through. A lot of it will be dictated by your original audio that you've got on there. Some tracks are better than others. At some tracks will result in a better result depending on what the original audio was like and how much information is on that, and reverb and all those other things. But get it resung, Mark. Just have that as a placeholder. So Mark's just said, thank you everyone for the feedback. I do know I need to fix the vocal or just get it resung. I thought the vocal was fine. I just think that it just needed taming in some of the more airy bits. So it was just a little bit shrieky. But I would get it resung if you can, because then you can release it and only pay publishing instead of having copyright issues if that is a copywritten vocal. What's Avenger 2? Of course you can ask. Nath, listen mate, you can ask anything you want. Do you want to see what Avenger 2 is? Shall I show you? Let me see if I can find... Let's see if we can find a short video. Avenger 2 demo. Okay, this guy's good. Dr. Mix. I love Dr. Mix. I'll show you quickly a bit to do with Dr. Mix. So he's going to show... I'm just going to share the screen. And you can see what... See, Mark and I both love Vengeance stuff. I use Phalanx, which is their sampler for loads of stuff as well. YouTube... Okay.
Too deep. I wanted to do this one time too. Okay.
Hi and welcome to Dr.
Mix.
I'm here with Manuel and Rene, the makers of Avenger 2. It's right there. It looks beautiful. So it's brand new, right?
It's brand new and has new features, a new GUI, and of course new sounds.
Hit me with your new presets.
Okay, so preset where you can hold one note here, it plays in chord progression here, and you can play your own melody.
So much fun, this guy. He's brilliant. So yeah, as you can see, like he's a really fun guy to watch. If you're not already following him, make sure you are. But some of there's a section of like sequences with Avenger. The sequences are really cool to use. The macros are great. So there's a lot of like, you can get expansion packs for them, and the expansion, I can't say it. I keep saying expansion packs have just some great presets. And obviously you can make your own as well. The thing is with Avenger, it's got like a mixer within it. You could actually, if you wanted to, you could make a full track within Avenger. just within the synth itself. Like it would act like a door if you needed it to, if you wanted it to. Who's Bartek? I don't think I've heard of him, Mark. But yeah, it's just insane the amount of stuff that you can do with Avenger 1, or it's such a left-handed way of pronouncing. I know. But yeah, honestly, get it. The other one, if you want something that's free, I would always recommend that you go and get Vital. Vital is a great synth that is free to download, and it has some amazing capabilities to it as well. So yeah, but yeah, definitely if you wanted to splash out on a synth that you would probably never need to use another one for anything else, then definitely Avenger. However, it can be a bit of a learning curve as well, but that's not, it doesn't have to be. You can just use the presets, and the presets themselves are quite easy to understand. It's very easy to connect macros to whatever you want. It's got like things like key tracking and all kinds of really cool stuff in there. The arpeggiator is really good, and the arpeggiator itself has also got some really cool presets in terms of the patterns, MIDI patterns and stuff. And so if you're stuck for ideas, it can really help get you into a creative mindset by just having a flip through all the different chord progressions. It will also have like the keys that things are in and what the progression's doing, and you can modify every single aspect of it. So Spire's great. Spire's really good. And what's the other one? Serum. But I never use anything else other than Avenger now. I think with me, I like to really learn one deeply. So I'd rather just learn how to use like one of them, and then I just use it to death. But yeah, Spire's great. It depends what music you're making and also what you want from it. I think Serum or Spire is only got 2 or 3 oscillators, but that's actually not a problem because it means that you stay focused on what it is you want to achieve. Sylenth is always going to be a great staple. I haven't used Sylenth for anything in a very, 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 very long time because stuff's a lot more advanced now. But I probably should, because I have a lot of presets for Sylenth and stuff that I might be missing out on. But I learned synthesis on Sylenth. I learned how to do subtractive synthesis on Sylenth. It's a great synth to learn about ADSR, understanding layers. You got your 2 oscillators, understanding connecting things to other things like pitch envelope and retrig, whatever it is. Yeah, Nexus is great. Nexus is slightly different. Up until the newest one, Nexus has always been a rompler, so it's using samples, but then you've got a certain amount of being able to modify those samples. However, I think that's different on the latest Nexus. Yeah, I think Nexus 4, they have now started to try and get it a bit more like something like Avenger. But again, if you just want good sounds, Nexus is fucking brilliant for all of that. Really, really good. But yeah, there's no best synth. Like there is no best DAW. It's just whatever it is that. Oh, is it Nexus 5? Yeah, Nexus 5. There you go. Yeah, Nexus 5 is the latest one. But yeah, yeah, like there is no best sound. Exactly. It's just what you're looking for, what you want to do with it. But if you're interested in like color bass, spectral synthesis, that kind of stuff, like music wise, then you might want to look into something that's more like that can handle making those kinds of sounds. So you'd want like FM synth stuff and wavetable synthesis, and I still use Phalanx. I use Phalanx for my sampling. It's brilliant. But yeah, it's all dependent on the style of music that you want to make. If you're making hard house, Sylenth would be quite appropriate because it's got that old school mentality to it. But yeah, it is subjective. Where are we up to? So we just did Mark's track. We're now up to... Oh, do you know another one which is... No, it's not free. I don't think it's free anymore. Rave Generator. Is it Rave Generator? Rave Generator. Yeah, Rave Generator. Go and get that. Oh, Rave Generator 2 is free. Yeah, it is free. Like, if you want a free, fun rompler, which has got all of those old school sounds, if you don't have it already, go and get Rave Generator 2. I'm going to find the link for you. I've not seen Rave Generator 3 yet. Oh, here we go. Is that the link for it? Yes. So this is the link. I'm going to put this in the description on the video for YouTube as well, because we were talking about it. 2 is free, yeah. So Rave Generator 2, if you go to this link and then scroll down a bit, you'll see the exe file or the DLL for Rave Generator. So you can get that for free. And, oh, it's a zip file. But yeah, it's a good starting point if you're into rave music and, you know, 90s kind of style and stuff. So, issue with copyright. Ooh, Smiler Mark, I'm not sure. Would that be a problem? I've never had an issue with that personally. I wonder where you've heard that. Because I don't know how they would police that, because people use it all the time. Yeah, exactly what Mark says there as well. Everyone uses it. How would they know as well? Like, because it would... Yeah, I don't think you need to worry about that. Yeah, because the thing is, they want people to use the product. So, yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. Because if it came upon something like, what's it called? Shazam, it's not going to come up with the correct track it's going to come up with a random tune that's got that sample in. Yeah, they wouldn't be able to police it. It'd be fine. So next up, we've gone on so many tangents today. Good ones, though. Next up, we've got Antisocial. And this is I Will Win.
taking things to the next level. You keep gossiping and I'll keep working. You keep talking smack and I'll keep working. You keep focusing on everything and everyone else and I'll keep working. And when you finally look around at where you are and where I'm at, you realize that you have nothing left to talk smack about. And you will lose, I will win. I will win. I will win. I will win. You keep focusing on everything and everyone else, and I'll keep working. You finally look around at where you are and where I'm at, and realize that you have nothing left to talk smack about. You will lose, I will win.
There we go. That is I Will Win, Antisocial. I really liked it. I felt like that was... I mean, I'm getting a cold now, so one of my ears is a little bit blocked, but I can still tell that's very well mixed down. Everything sounded really well balanced. Sound selections perfect. I like that vocal. I don't know where it's from, which is a good thing. Not heard it before. Generator, Where Are You Now is one of my favourite tunes. Ah, yeah, with the arpeggiated. Yeah, I can feel that. But that's where you've done this right, because you've been inspired by. You've not copied something. You put your spin on it, and that's exactly how it should be. But yeah, I can, now you've said it, definitely I can hear where that influence has come from. I really liked it. I thought it was very well produced and very well put together. Yeah, I said that was a sound I heard back in the late 90s. There you go. There you go. Make sure you go and follow Antisocial Trance, please. Antisocial over on SoundCloud. Currently only got 25 followers. I'd like that to be a bit more, please. Who made this? This was Antisocial in the chat. Antisocial Trance. Yeah, I really liked it. Release date. Oh, it's out now. You've released it now. But yeah, I think that this is a great track. More of the same, please. Really nice. Thank you for sending it in. Yay. Oh, look at you guys following each other. Thank you. You guys are so supportive of each other. Yeah, I loved it as well. I thought it was epic. Really well made. Okay, next up as well, we've got Smiler. And this is Deep Donk. That's a great name. Deep Donk. Here we go.
You've been hurt and you've been down. You've been set out of your course and pushed around. Flying high, but oh, you felt so low. And she walked down all that road and left you on your own. Don't breathe out for me without apology. Something your desire. Don't reach out for me without apology. So why don't you take my hand, come away, all out of your blue.
Just admiring the percussion in there as well. Some really, really nice percussive elements in that, which is something that can be overlooked with donk. I appreciate a little bit of extra work put into percussion, something that's a bit more interesting than just your open and close hi-hats and maybe a ride. Yeah, like that to me is, remember back in the day, you would know the track that was coming in by the percussion. That's what I want to bring back. I want to hear more tunes that I'll know from hearing the percussion on the intro. So it's important, isn't it? That's donk. Yeah, that's a donk track. Yeah. Well, donk's a way of calling it, but it's also an offbeat bass. It's just an offbeat bass line, isn't it? Bounce. Yeah, like, yes, exactly. So I have certain tunes that I'll just recognise from the percussion in it, and I'll be like, oh yeah, that's Committee Welcome, Paul Maddox remix, or whatever it is, Bulgaria, whatever it is. Yeah, so that's kind of like something that I appreciate. Oh, am I going to sneeze again? I can't believe I'm ill. No. Oh. I liked what you did with the vocal, with the way that you chopped it up, and kind of you kept your verse and you kept the chorus there so we can sing along. We don't want too many surprises, but I liked the little ad-libby vox shots that you put in there as well. That was really cool. Really, really cool. Bouncy hard house. Yeah, absolutely bouncy hard house. Whatever you want to call it. I have loads of lemon and ginger tea, Craig. But yeah, you're completely right. Absolutely. Every morning I have chia seeds with honey, ginger, lemon, turmeric, cayenne pepper, black seed oil, NMN supplement, magnesium at night. What else? Lemon juice. So really, I've probably got COVID and it's just the sniffles. I would have expected my immune system to be pretty good at the moment because I've been on a proper health tip recently. So yeah. But I don't like having sniffles. I don't like it. It's not fun. It's not fun for me. Lion's mane is amazing, yeah. I should get back into taking my lion's mane actually, because you know what it's like when you start feeling really good, you forget because you're feeling good. It's only when you feel crappy that you think, oh, I'm gonna get on a health tip. But yeah, lion's mane is awesome. Shallachit is brilliant. Do you mean shiitake? Or is that another thing? Ashwaganda's quite good. The thing is, right, there's so many. And listen, I've been on this supplement train for a long time. And I can tell you now that you'll end up spending a lot of money and certain stuff. When you start taking loads of things, you'll never know what it is that's making you feel better. And two, you won't really get all the benefit of stuff because you're just taking so many fucking supplements. If you are going to take a few different supplements, try and vary it. Have liquid based ones, have a tablet one, take them at different times a day, take them with zinc to help to absorb the nutrients, and then find the things that I have heard of rainbow dust. Yeah, find if there's stuff that you can just eat that's got the thing in it you're after. Just do that instead of having to take supplements, and it's cheaper. I've been on such a journey when it comes to supplements and stuff. Now what I do is every morning I have a near infrared light, one of the really super duper ones, and I stand in front of that for 20 minutes, and at the night time I put it on my belly area where my kidney issue is and stuff. Shrooms are awesome, yeah. Electrolytes or just salt in your water. Celtic salt, I think, is a good one. I take one called NMN now as a supplement. And then I just take omega-3. I eat a lot of fruit now. Instead of earth bed. Yeah, I have a grounding sheet. I have a grounding sheet now. And I do exercise. I know, right? Who'd have thought it? You'd feel better by moving your body around, but you do. So, yeah, but just don't take loads of them. Do what you want, but just be aware that just take ones that you know are going to be really helpful. Like lion's mane, definitely. Lion's mane's a great one. I take magnesium. I think women definitely should take magnesium on a night time. Magnesium is really good for everyone anyway. Magnesium is great for sleep, restless leg syndrome, probably some other stuff. Hello, vibes. But yeah, if you are neurodivergent, something like lion's mane might be quite helpful for you as well. Yeah, for brain fog. But that, you know, you mentioned about that rainbow dust thing. Like, if it's helpful, definitely. I just find them expensive for what, not for what they are. Because the thing is the difference with this, right? With lion's mane, that kind of gets a pass because you can't supplement that with your diet, can you? Unless you're eating lion's mane. There's no lion's mane in food. Do you know what I mean? Like you could get iron from eating loads of spinach or whatever. Like lion's mane, it's kind of like if you want to take lion's mane, you've got to find a supplement or start growing lion's mane, which I don't think is that easy. Yeah, or fish for omega-3s and all that kind of stuff. But I've tried similar ones to that rainbow dust, Mark. Yeah, I've tried a few different ones. But when I do take it, I do just take lion's mane now. So, but yeah, if it's helpful, then definitely. But if you just introduce one at a time, if you're going to start taking supplements, and then monitor how you feel after a few weeks. Craig, yes. Before we move on to Connor Kieran's track, Craig just said there, I found cutting carbs worked for me. Do you know what? You're so right, because sometimes it's not about introducing new stuff to our diet. Sometimes it's about looking at what we're eating, which we could be not eating. I completely agree. I don't eat any bread anymore. I do not miss it. I don't eat any pasta, and I don't miss it. Took a while, but I don't miss it anymore. Sometimes I'll have a pizza, but when I have my pizza, I'm like, oh, but I'm like, yeah, I ate my pizza, but I'm like, I'm glad I don't do that every day. Rice, I don't miss rice. I don't realise now when I eat, I hardly eat any carbs anymore. I always feel full because of the protein. So it's fish, tofu, chicken, loads of veg. Why what? Why what? Why not have carbs? I think it's because carbs they don't fill you up. They don't satiate your body in quite the same way as vegetables and proteins do. So you kind of like feel hungry again quite soon afterwards. And then also there's the whole water weight thing as well. So carbs, I don't know all the ins and outs of it, but from my own experience with it, carbs don't, like, your body's clever, right? Your body will tell you if it needs something. Have you ever had, like, you know, if you have a McDonald's, you'll have a McDonald's, and then, like, McDonald's are calorie dense, which can be a good thing if you're skint and you need calories. Go and have a McDonald's. But the problem is, you ever feel hungry quite quickly after having, what do you replace it with? Protein. Protein will fill you up. It will make you feel fuller for longer. So that literally, yeah, pre-packaged stuff, anything that's like got a high shelf life, that kind of thing. So literally all we eat at home is we just have loads of fresh meat and veg. And in the mornings, I eat eggs and bacon. But yeah, we used to have McDonald's like near enough every day. But there's nothing wrong with having a McDonald's. Nothing wrong with having a McDonald's. Just don't do it every day. Or do what you want. No, you can have Mackie D's if you want. The worst thing is having is like stressing out about it. You don't need to stress out about it. It's if you want to just test it, just see how you feel off it. I feel more alert by not eating as much. I eat 4 hours of the day, and the other 20 hours I don't eat anything, but I don't feel hungry. Some people will struggle with that. If you wake up early and you're busy and then you get hungry and you get hangry, don't stress yourself out by trying to do intermittent fasting. But if you don't feel hungry, then just wait and eat a bit later on. But I find that I just have a lot more balanced energy by not having carbs, by eating protein. Mackie D's is awesome then. Yeah, if you want. Do what you want. It's your life. Like, you'll know if you feel good in your body or not, or if you feel good mentally. But I'm just saying, from what Craig D said about taking out carbs can be helpful. But yeah, don't take my coffee away from me. I'll always have my coffee. Craig D says coffee late is actually fine too, with eggs and bacon. But yeah, eggs and bacon, no carbs in that. A tiny bit of carbs in the eggs, apparently. But yeah, I'll always have my coffee as well. So, but yeah, food for thought. Next up, we've got Connor Kieran, and this is CK Project, and this is Longer. There we go. That is CK Project Longer. I think this is a great initial idea. I think it's not finished yet, personally. But I really like it. I think it's really clean. I think everything sounds really well put together. I love the rides, but it needs to go somewhere. It needs to go somewhere. What you've sent me is it's just under 4 minutes long. So, and that's kind of like typical of the stuff that's out at the moment. So I kind of think that that's fine in terms of like the length of it, but it needs another idea. It might be a vocal, it might be like another section, something like that, or it might be another melody that needs to come in. There'll be something that needs to, that could like elevate this further. But what you've got there already is a really strong start of a project. I guess that's probably why you've sent it in. Hi, Zarek. Because I can be like this. I can, like, I've actually got a project quite similar to this at the moment where I've got so far in it and I'm like, I don't know what to do with it now. So I have to like give it time and then like not think about it for a number of weeks and then come back to it and then be like, oh, okay, now I know what it needs. Maybe that's what will happen with it. You know, you'll just go, oh, I know what I can do with this. I mean, it's still short enough for you to have the next section there. Yeah, a vocal would really, a nice Hannah Lane kind of type vocal. Do you know what I would even think that you should probably do is try and get an original vocal for this and then send it to Hannah at Doof, because it's very much that style. But you've got a really good start of a track here. Not even a start, like it's done, but you just need something more to polish this and yeah, definitely go to Doof for this. It's so cool. And it'll be ready for the summer as well. But really, really nice effort, Connor. Love it. Well done, mate. And guys, can you please make sure you go and follow my good friend, Connor Kieran, over on SoundCloud. Thank you.